Hey everyone, welcome back to East, the Open Felghana, where last time we got to the land of Felghana and visited the town of Redmont, along with Dewey, which he's now in the Elder Mountains because he decided to kind of wander off. But we learned of some issue going on in the Tigray Quarry into the east. We need to save some people, the mayor, and then Dewey, and all that. But also we need to find out why there's monsters in Felghana in general. So in order to get to the Tigray Quarry, they told us to go to the east, where Paul will let us in. So let's find out exactly what that leads, and like exactly what the Tigray Quarry consists of. Alright, so I should probably explain these things, honestly, because I haven't really got a chance to yet, and we're going to be seeing a lot of them. This is kind of a thing that they added to the remake of the game. It's items that enemies drop, where when you pick them up, they either give you more strength, more defense, or more MP speed, which we don't have any magic things of note yet. As you can tell, there's a fading thing that says EXP rate that kind of just vanished. That builds up the more attacks you get, which can get up to 1.99. So you can nearly get twice the amount of experience, depending on how many times you hit a combo off. Which is very, very useful, mind you. Yes, let's activate this monument here, and we'll make a little bit of a save. Why not? Here we go. I assume you're Paul.
Sorry, I thought you were a monster. But if you're not a monster, then who are you? And what are you doing here?
Adal gave his name and explained that he had come at Ricardo's behest.
Oh, so you're the guy Ricardo got, huh? I don't know where he found you, but you sure do look the part. Okay, thank you. You're a lifesaver, you know that? The mayor's still down in the tunnel as far as I can see. The boss has been searching around the entrance, mainly, but I guess the mayor got himself stuck farther in. But the last time the boss checked in was a while ago. Hasn't come back for so long. I'm starting to get worried. I sure hope the monsters haven't eaten those too. It gives me chills just thinking about it. Anyway, I really appreciate you coming. Please find Mayor Edgar and old Dewey and bring them out. Alive if you can.
Sounds like a game plan. So yes, the Tigray Quarry is the source of Reval ore, as the game said. This place is the first dungeon of the game, and as you can tell, this music will start kicking in soon. Music in this series has always been just amazing, and this game is no exception. So, enemy drops. Like I said earlier, where they drop things like this strength up here and so on and so forth, they also drop gold and Reval ore and all that. Sometimes they drop like these green herb things. It's kind of hard to tell, it's kind of hard to see them, but they are basically the only healing items you get in the game. So if you want to heal, you need to grab those. And if you want to heal in general, you need to either find a monument or go and kill some enemies. Which is nice because killing enemies is pretty much how you level up, of course, because this is an action RPG. And that's kind of a good thing to do, just kill things, get more experience, so on and so forth. Yeah, let's check around here, see if we can find anything. It looks like I can't get up here yet, so we'll keep that in mind for later. But for now, let's drop down. Woo! Alright, now we're back down to about where we were anyway. I love that this area here is like almost the same across all versions of the game. This is like exactly almost how it looked in the SNES version for me. Okay, those enemies are quite strong, so I'm gonna kind of back up and then do that. Now I should be able to just kind of wreck them. The only thing I would fault the PSP version over is when I kill a monster and the drops kind of form, it's kind of hard to see them. But thankfully, they don't go too far away from the enemy, so it's not terribly hard to find them. But just look for yellow specks or blue specks if you're looking for Reval ore and stuff like that. Hello there. All right, I have a full boost gauge, so I'm gonna be using it. These enemies are actually really tough, but thankfully enough, they drop a lot of stuff. There we go, got that. Let's go over here and kill you. There's a chest. Let's see what's inside. Okay, I guess I opened it up right away. Gravel ore times 5. That's actually really nice. I might actually go back to town with it right away, because that is frankly enough to max out pretty much every piece of equipment that I have right now. Very, very good. I will do that in a little bit though. Get a little bit more exploring here. See if we can find anything. Okay, you're dead. There we go. See that yellow speck? I was trying to get far enough away so you could see it. That's the gold, so you pick that up, and then the green is just the herb. All right, I'll keep that in mind. What do we got over here? Keep that in mind. I guess we'll have to come back later for it. Doesn't seem like we can reach it in any way, shape, or form now, so... There you go. I bet, like, anybody that's, like, really loving the bump systems looking at me, like, hitting an attack button is like, whoa, that's different. And they're probably wondering, too, because a long time ago, I put out a review video for Ys 1 and 2 on the DS, which added an attack button of all things to the game. Yeah, it's nowhere near as refined as something like this. This, it was developed with it in mind. Now, anything else, mind you, is not. So, yeah. Before I go down there, I'm actually going to check out the area a little bit more. I got a little bit more gold, and I might go back to town and just kind of stock up on, like, getting my equipment better and all that. Just so I can kind of wreck things faster. It is a good idea to do. And depending on what difficulty you're playing on anyway, I'm playing on the normal difficulty. Because it's a normal kind of LP, and I'm not going to sit there and play Nightmare Mode and just wreck myself. But if you are playing the Steam version, it does have achievements. Oh, okay, I need to. It does have achievements, so if you want to get a pretty simple achievement, just load up, like, just start a game on very easy, and you'll get achievement immediately. I believe that one is called more like Add All the Yellow. It's kind of a funny joke considering that most people will call them Add All the Red. There's also another achievement you can get. In the PC version of the game, when you're playing on very easy mode, just hit the F1 button and it will turn on a feature called No Fall. This one is called Bad at Platformers because some areas you can fall and it will bring you to a separate area. But if you have no fall mode on and you fall down, you'll just kind of go boop, right back up there. But of course, some areas you need to get to by falling, so it's best to turn this on and off when needed. Try to kind of work my way over. Nothing up there but a door that is locked up tight. Solid as a rock. You won't be able to get through without the proper key. These enemies are still kind of a bother. I don't want to click the door. But I am going to grab this urn now I think about it because this has more money in it. There we go. Urns are definitely a great source of money and other things if you can find them. So if you just see a pot laying around, just destroy it. You won't really get anything out of it other times, but the first time around, it's definitely useful, and just having the money from them is really good. All right, so let me make my way back up. I'm gonna get my way back up to town because I have enough gravel ore to just kind of max myself out in my current equipment anyway. I'm not gonna buy anything new just yet for equipment because I can't really afford any of it. I should be able to max out what I got now. And just the standard stats from that alone is more than good enough. All right, now that I'm out in safety, I'm actually going to kind of just do a quick little whoop and get my equipment tempered.
What do you
Let's
got
see.
This the
do
one?
this
Good
one.
To go. This the one?
This
Good
one.
To go. This the one? Good
This.
To go. This the
This
Good
and
to go.
this. There we go.
Come again.
Maxed out on all my equipment. For now, anyway. So let's head back to the mine. Alright, so back in the mine with actually maxed out equipment for this particular point in time, let's actually make our way forward, shall we? Those enemies still give a lot of experience, so that's actually a good way to track if you need experience in an area in order to actually do damage, is if you kill an enemy and you still get a lot of experience for it, you should probably go ahead and see about getting a level up or two, because it will be definitely worth it. Because like I said before, a simple stat of like +1 bonus is very useful. There we go, I got that level up. Because I was doing like what, 13, 14, give or take, on those enemies. Let's see how much I do now to them. 15, 16, sometimes higher. Definitely a lot more useful. And I still get a decent amount of experience, so I could potentially level up again if I really wanted to. I don't really need to. And those enemies that are flying, just getting the upgrades alone and plus the level up, I wreck them in like 2 hits. So it's definitely useful. Hello there. If you're able to get rid of enemies rather easily with like no fear of dying, it's usually nice to do because you'll just get experience for it. But yeah, speaking of enemies. There you go. Grab that and that. Move on.
Who might you be? And what in the world are you doing here? Can't say as I've ever seen you around before. You from Palestine Castle? Adol introduced himself and explained that he had come at Ricardo's behest. I see. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm Dewey, the head miner in this quarry. I came here to look for Mayor Edgar, but this is as far as I got. He's in serious danger here, though. I can't just leave him. Unfortunately, the monsters down there are in a class all their own. Sword attacks just bounce right off them. Unless we can find some way of dealing with them, I don't see how we can possibly get the mayor out safely. Maybe check the storehouse. We found some pretty interesting artifacts a while back. Stored them all in there. Locked up tight, but I've got the key right here.
And now I got the key right here, thank you.
Since you're not a miner, though, I'm guessing you have no idea where the storehouse is located. It's on the other side of the open-air strip mining chamber, that big vertical shaft you pass through. There's a room with 2 doors at the bottom. It's the one on the left. Help yourself to anything you find in there. I hate to be so useless, but I guess the rest is up to you. Thanks muchly, adventurer. You're a good man.
Good to know. I already know where the storehouse is, so I'm just gonna make my way there right now. Get rid of all these enemies because these ones are still very useful on the experience front. And all the money I'm getting from them is also very useful. Can't hurt to just have a bunch of money saved up over time. And the more hits I get, the more experience I get. So, love that my combo is higher than my hit rate right now. Because, again, it only goes up to 99, but I'm like at 161. It's definitely a little nice feature because that thing on the top left there is not in the PC version. I mean, the HUD itself is almost entirely different for this version, just due to the screen size and such. But what can you do there? I actually kind of like the HUD on the PSP version a little bit more. It's just easier to read, I guess. I mean, it's still pretty much the exact same thing. The only real difference is it doesn't really have Adol's face there, the boost gauge is there and all that. It's kind of the same, just smaller. But here it's bigger and you can kind of see it much more easily, I should say. But yeah, now we got the key, so let's head inside. What do we got? Actually, before I head inside, I'm probably going to save. I like how my save was like slightly off. Like, I was just very, very slightly off compared to the other one before that. Oops, silence. You know what that means? If you didn't save, go back right now and do that.
Stop. My name is Dulan, Shade of the Great Will. I would have you show me your abilities, red-haired swordsman.
Alright, first boss battle. Not really too much I can do in the beginning. I just gotta wait until thing goes away and make sure not to get wrecked. Because, ow. I'm not really doing a great job at that, so I'm just gonna do some damage in the meantime. But yes, if you're looking for another easy achievement, and depending on what difficulty you're playing on. Honestly, actually no, not even difficulty what you're playing on. There's a achievement in the, I kind of forgot to attack. In the Steam version that you get an achievement for losing the bosses 11 times in a row. So, like other Ys games in the series, at least depending on if you could use items or not in battles, I can't use items in battles, and this game doesn't have items in general to begin with. So, I can't heal during battles. You're not getting that attack off. I gotta be careful though, because I'm gonna die.
Is that the best you have to offer? Still, you have an unmistakable spark in your eyes. We cannot afford interference at this crucial juncture. I must report this at once.
Alright, so let's see what we actually can find in the storehouse. Single chest in the corner. Acquired the Ignis bracelet. Press the magic button, defaults to square, or depending on what you're playing on PC version, it's usually the left face button. Unleashes a magic attack. The type of attack varies greatly with each bracelet. If your path is blocked, you'll often be able to find magic to forge new routes, allowing your adventure to continue unabated. Using magic that exploit an enemy's elemental weakness is often the key to victory. Where swords fail, magic thrives. The Ignis bracelet is basically the I'm gonna shoot a fireball. Like I said, it defaults to square. I don't have it equipped though. So let's actually go boop. And I believe I can swap between them using the L and R buttons, which in this case, I only have the one. Inventory spoiler here, there's 3. But yes, shoot fireballs. That's pretty much what it does. And right now, I can't charge it. But in due time, maybe I'll be able to. So let's get out of here. Now that we have the Ignis bracelet, we actually should be able to continue unabated, as the tutorial said. So, next time Azure plays more Ys the Oath in Felghana, we'll see about saving the mayor. Now that we have magic and can kind of just shoot it all over the place. See you all then.